Hello Smartleaders. So this video is going to be going over a cold email template that helped make one of my clients over $50,000. I'm going to go straight into this video. I'm going to show you the exact scripts we use, but there's something really important we need to start with, and that's understanding the market as a whole, right? So pretty much every B2B market will look like this. There's going to be around 3% of the people that you reach out to will be ready to buy, around 17% of the market in information gathering mode, and the remaining, say 80%, is going to be somewhat unaware, either unaware of their problem or completely unaware. Okay, now that's why when you do outreach to cold audiences, your reply rate is never really going to be like above, say for example, 20%. Just most people will be unaware and they'll disregard the message. Of course, it's different if it's to warm audiences, that's a completely different story, but to completely cold prospects, which will be mostly the people you're reaching out to, you need to understand how the market is sort of structured. The reason being is because we need two different distinct types of outreach that we're going to do and two different distinct types of scripts that's going to help to capture the whole market that we can actually address, right? So for the most part, this unaware section is obviously the biggest section, and that's going to come through the likes of education. They're going to need to mainly be inbound. They're going to have to research. They're going to have to learn about it. And through a cold outreach message, it's going to be very hard to convert them. So the ones that we're focusing on are the ones in information gathering mode and the ones that are ready to buy. So we're going to have two different distinct types of scripts. One is going to appeal to those that are ready to buy and ready to make decisions quickly. And one is going to appeal to those that are in information gathering mode and they just want to learn more about what's going on in the market, right? So with the direct script, I would always start with direct. Say you're doing this for yourself or you're doing this for a client, you want to make sure you start with the direct message first. It's exactly the same if you're running advertising. Right, so when you're running advertising, you want to basically appeal to the bottom end of the market first, the low-hanging fruit that are easiest to convert. It will make your life way easier, ad spend will be lower, and it'll be the same with cold emails. If you're having a very direct message, you're going to pick up a smaller percentage of the market, but that percentage of the market will be quicker in terms of decision-making cycles, quicker in terms of sales cycles, and it's going to be easier to get them across the line. So I would always start with a direct message, a direct outreach script, to get the bottom percentage of the market, to get the clients in, to get the results in quickly, and then you can expand into the next, say 17%, which are the ones in information gathering mode. So our direct message and our direct script is comprised of three main parts, right? So we have relevance, we have the pitch, and then we have social proof. Very, very simple. That's really all we want to be putting into this direct message. Not too much information. We don't need to be putting a crazy amount of value. That's for the next script, those who are in the information gathering mode. But for those who we need to basically convert directly, we only need these three elements, right? Relevance, pitch, and social proof. So our example of relevance in this direct message would be, hey, name, and then we would say, I noticed you are following Viber on LinkedIn. His content is great, right? So basically you've got some relevance point there. It doesn't have to be following person on LinkedIn. It could be, I noticed you were hiring. I noticed someone just left. I noticed you just received funding. But you basically just want to have a point of relevance here. But it's really important that your relevance that you use ties into your pitch. So it's no point just going and saying, hey, I noticed you were following XYZ on LinkedIn, and then just going to a completely unrelated pitch. That would be pointless. So what you want to do is basically build off the relevance into your pitch. So I can say, I noticed you were following Viper on LinkedIn. His content is great. As you're following Smartlead, if we could get you in touch with 10 to 15 lead generation agencies looking to work with SEO, agencies or SEO companies on a retained basis, would that be of interest? Right, so then here's the pitch. And because obviously this person is following Smartlead, they would probably be interested in lead generation agencies. Right, so it's a very simple pitch. It's, if we could get you in touch with these people who need SEO, would that be of interest? Obviously this would be for an SEO agency. So that's a very simple direct pitch. The fact it's a retained basis just makes it more attractive. So you can add different words in there. You could add exclusive or keywords that make it more attractive. You just want a very simple pitch there and an attractive offer. So 10 to 15 calls or 10 to 15 introductions is usually attractive to most businesses, so that will work. And then PS, we want to add in social proof here. So great, we've made our pitch. Why on earth should they trust our pitch? Here's why, right? We've helped 127 companies sign more lead generation clients in the last 87 days alone, generating $377,000, right? The reason why I picked these numbers specifically is because if you pick like odd numbers, actually specifically odd numbers, but numbers that are very specific, it looks more trustworthy and it looks more legitimate rather than say 120 companies in the last 90 days. It generally doesn't look as good and the human brain doesn't adhere to it as well. So that's why I use very specific numbers in our outreach. Also, if you're using like AI or ChatGPT, it'll give you very specific numbers, so it doesn't quite look as human. But effectively, this pitch with enough volume, right, sending say 1,000 emails a day, you'll book calls with this. Having some form of relevance, a pitch that is related to that relevance, and there's social proof as to why they should trust you. Right? So that's how you would basically target the bottom end of the market, those who are ready to buy, those who are in bottom 3% and ready to make decisions quickly. As I say, put a bit of volume behind this, you will get calls in your calendar, you'll get people who are interested, but you'll be missing out on this 17%. So if you send this to everyone, you're only going to get a small percentage of the market and you're not going to get the best reply rate because it's too direct. If you want to open it up slightly, book more calls, but with prospects who are slightly colder and won't be as ready to move forward as quickly, then you need to start to go to the information gathering market, right? I'd recommend doing this one first because you will get those results quickly. But if you want to get better results overall, more replies, more conversations started, you need to have a broader message that appeals to the colder audiences. So how do we appeal to a colder audience? They're clearly not interested in moving forward with something straight away. They need to know more information. They want to be educated, right? They need to understand why you can help them or how you can help them. So it's very important that we have a very different message here. So you can see that the layout of this is very different. We've got relevance once again at the beginning because any relevance-driven email will be more successful than just a generic one. So I would always start with relevance no matter who you're reaching out to. But in the middle, we've got the pitch plus info. We're actually explaining more about it, right? Because in this email, they already know what the benefits of working with lead generation agencies are. They already know how the system likely works. They already know what the retained basis is. They have the information, they just literally need to make the decision. Whereas the people in the 17% category, they won't have all the necessary information, so we have to explain to them the benefit. Then what we do is we lead with value. So I would literally just provide value and not really ask for anything in return, because this will get a lot of responses, people will understand it more, and then they'll start to go into this 3%, right? So it works, people are unaware, then they start to obviously want to learn more as you provide them more information, and then as they gain more information, they start to become ready to buy. Obviously it works like a funnel, not all of them will come through, but you have a percentage that go from information gathering to ready to buy as they rise up the awareness levels. So we'd start the same with relevance. We'd say, hey, I noticed you are following Clay on LinkedIn, for example. Then our pitch and info could be, as you're following Clay, I have something that might be of interest. Don't worry, it's completely free. So what I do here is I try and bring the guard down straight away, because people in this sort of section, they don't want to be pitched to, right? Only people here want to be pitched to. So you need to bring the prospect's guard down. The way we do that is by saying, don't worry, it's completely free. This is just a purely value-driven message. I say, we have developed a Clay table that will help you find companies who have had someone leave so you can reach out to them offering a replacement before they've even put a job ad up. This is an example for the recruitment space that you could use, but you can tailor this to whatever space you want. It's basically giving them a little bit of a pitch as to what we've built and why it'd be useful to them, with a bit of an explanation as to what it does. So you see the difference here. It's very much more indirect and less salesy, this message, but it has way more value because then we basically just provide the value to them. Here's a video of how it works, and here's the table that you can use for free, right? So we're giving them tons of value. Now, what we do here is we warm them up and get them in. So what we do here is we warm them up and make sure that a percentage of that, and make sure that percentage of those prospects in the information gathering mode are ready to go to the ready to buy, right? Progress to the ready to buy section. And then obviously they will turn into clients. So I think too many agencies and too many businesses get caught up in just trying to go for direct or just trying to go with the value approach, right? And not using a mix of the two because you don't really understand where your market's at. I think these cold email templates of literally just using relevance, pitch, social proof for a direct message, and then relevance, pitch, information, and value for a less direct, less salesy message will definitely work and will definitely get you sales calls in your calendar. And it will have the dual impact effect of not just appealing to those who are right ready to make their decision, but also those who are a bit further out on their journey, so you have a consistent pipeline. And don't just go for the people who are right there ready to make a decision now, because you'll miss out on the big percentage of the market that would like to do this sort of thing. They just don't know enough about it, they don't have enough trust, and they haven't tried it themselves yet. So use both of these templates, split test them, see what you think, but use them in conjunction to the same market, and let me know what the results are. Let me know how you get on. Comment on this video if there's anything else you want to learn or you're curious about with these cold email templates. They're very, very simple. You've probably seen it time and time again from other people in the space, but literally all you need to do is keep it simple. If your offer is good and you can provide a good product and you can get out in front of enough people, you'll see success in the cold email game. This is less of a technical video to do with deliverability and whatnot, but if you use these templates and apply the right fundamentals of knowledge of the market, you will see success and you'll grow your agency through cold email. So best of luck sending, and I'll speak to you very soon. Take care.